Good morning, everybody. I'm Jen, and we haven't had an opportunity to meet in person, so here we go. My topic is conflict management techniques, and the clip that I decided to use was one of my favorite things ever, and it's Phenomena from the Muppet Show. Basically, the Muppets don't do very well with the conflict within their little group of three. That the two pink they're happy. They're having a really good time just doing everything that they want to do, and then the hairy little Muppet comes in and he's like, mana, mana. So he's completely conflicting everything that's going on in their little planet. So what does this have to do with the conflict? Well, basically, there's different, I wrote it down so I would know what I was talking about. There's 5 conflict styles concerning, what's your concern and what's the other person's concern. So with this, there's different levels, and they're at the bottom of the level. They're all about avoiding. They're avoiding one another. They're just doing their very own thing. They're not considering any type of compromise whatsoever. In order for the clip to have been a better conflict management would have been to get to the highest end where everybody is winning, and that is collaborating. So it's not a compromise, you're both collaborating and you're both coming to an equal understanding. Because even if you're compromising, you're still in a, you both win but you both lose too at the same time. So collaboration is basically the best way to go. So with avoidance, they're at the bottom of the scale. Nobody's winning in the Phenomena clip. Also, something else that's really important is the hairy monster just didn't really care about the pink happy Muppets. Even to the extent that at the end when he was leaving and he was realizing he was irritating them, he was leaving the situation, and they were still looking at him like, buddy, why are you still here? And then he would still run up to the front and say Phenomena, and then he was even leaving the stage, and he said it to Kermit the Frog, and he even called the Muppets, the pink ones, just to make sure that he got in the last word. So definitely avoidance was done in this clip. The way to deal with conflict and to manage conflict is to define the conflict, examine the possible solutions, test the solution, and then evaluate the solution. By doing these different steps, you get to the bottom of the model, and you can either reject it and start all over, or you can, or you can accept the solution and then you're done. So either you're not going to accept the solution, start up at the top, define the conflict, examine the possible solutions, test the solution, and evaluate the solution, and keep going in that cycle until you're both happy. So again, the Muppets really failed in this aspect because they just did avoidance, and they just did their own thing, and they had nothing to do with one another, and the pink Muppets were very upset, and the hairy monster did not care. So, so the conflict was never resolved. And so, yes, a very poor example of conflict management. I hope you enjoyed my clip. It makes me laugh and smile all the time, and I say it often to make myself feel better. So, poor example of conflict management techniques, everything you do not want to do, and that's it. So make sure to watch the clip first so you know what I'm talking about. Thanks, everyone.